What up, everybody? It's another freaking crazy week. We got the Dalai Lama telling a little boy to suck his tongue and then acting like it wasn't a big deal afterwards. We got Riley Gaines getting beat up in the middle of nowhere at a freaking school for saying the truth. The Me Too movement must be dead. We got Bud Light losing $4 billion. And then we got Megan Rapinoe's response to all this nonsense. And we're going to be talking about all of it. But we got something a little more special than that today. We got a special guest, Miss Lindsey Graham, the Patriot Barbie, everybody. Say what's up. Say what's up.
What's up, everybody? I am fully ready to party after listening to your intro music.
Isn't that intro music fire?
Thank you. I seriously, it was not in the show, but I popped in my collar and I was like, beep, 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 beep.
I'm not Egyptian, but I could turn into it if your music's right.
If it's just right, I could build me a pyramid.
Yeah, I suppose I could do it. So, I mean, did you see this Dalai Lama story?
Yes, I read it this morning. I feel like there's no PR in the world that can get the Dalai Lama out of telling a kid, you could suck my tongue.
It doesn't matter. You can't coat that turd in enough peanut butter to make anybody be
I'm
like,
not taking a bite. There's no way I'm even licking.
Well, that makes sense in his culture. Like, nope.
I was just teasing. Come on. Hey, do you remember in Face Off when I love Nicolas Cage? I'm obsessed with Nicolas Cage, where he tells the flight attendant in the private plane, would you be a peach? Would you suck my tongue? And he sticks his long tongue out. And I'm like, that's a Dalai Lama. You got to make a meme about that. There's literally a scene in Face Off where Nicolas Cage has crazy eyes and he's like, so how much can I pay you to suck my tongue? And he sticks his tongue out. You should put that side by side by the Dalai Lama.
We can both make that meme.
Would
and
you
maybe
just
we'll
make it?
And maybe we'll make it as, yeah, okay. I'll make it.
And then I'll just post it. Let's collaborate.
It's totally fine. It's totally fine.
Let's collaborate.
Dude, I mean, but really though, like, cause what are they trying to say? That it's maybe like he said in his response, I don't know if anybody has this, maybe they can pull it up, but his response was essentially like, I didn't mean to be offensive. A lot of times I play funny little games. Dude, there's nothing in my life and in anybody's life that I know in any other culture, having another human being suck your tongue is not a funny game. I don't even know.
Of all the jokes you've ever told, Ross, in your life, and I feel like you've probably told a lot, have any of them involved an accidental sucking of the tongue conversation in which you're like, ooh, thought that was funny. Not funny, sorry. Totally inappropriate. Really missed the mark on that one.
Never. And you know what's funny is that this Dalai Lama, if you pull up this picture, Jeff, he's got a picture of him and the Pete Buttigieg friend. The friend of Pete Buttigieg he was a mayor, I think, in Maryland. Yeah, here it is. He was the Democrat mayor in Maryland with the Dalai Lama, and he's the dude who got charged for 56 counts of child pornography. And him and Pete Buttigieg are friends.
Are they sucking each other's tongues? That's what I want to know.
Well, maybe that's part of the game here. I'm not really sure.
Their tongues look like they're in their mouth there. All right. Well, this one's
They passed the sniff test on this one.
Well, and in his defense, that guy's like 40. He clearly wants a 6-year-old.
Yeah, he's 85 too. I think is how old he is. He's like 85 years old or something, the Dalai Lama. And
okay.
You know,
isn't he in exile though? Is he in exile? This is what I read. Doesn't that mean like
I don't know the answer to that. He was some kind of exile, and he was some kind of an exile from Tibet and then came to, I don't know.
So like, how do you have, relations with anything?
Let's see what he says. Dalai Lama apologizes. What was his apology? Scroll down, Jeff. So sorry.
Oh, so sorry.
So sorry. Kissing a child on the lips and then asking him to suck my tongue at an event in northern India. Can we play the video? Can we just play the video too in a second, Jeff? Or now?
I'd be very eager to see if you have the video. Oh, this makes me ill.
Even that was weird. And then the boy's trying to pull away, as you can tell. He didn't like it. It was weird.
It's like a Biden moment.
Yeah. The guy on the left's just about to die. I don't know.
He's masked up, though, so his tongue's staying in. Ew. The question is...
Ugh.
He doesn't it, does he?
No, I don't think the kid did it in this scene because there was, doing it publicly would be weird probably.
But what did they just do? Did they just kiss just now?
Yeah, he kissed him. He kissed the boy. So we're already there.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe
even the kiss was like inappropriate. It wasn't like a peck. Look at that. No. Apology not accepted. Apology not accepted.
Doesn't matter how you spin it. This is weird. So let's read this story again, Jeff. Pull that back up. I want to see what he said as far as his apology. In a statement Monday, the office of Dalai Lama said he wishes to apologize to the boy and his family, as well as many friends across the world for the hurt his words may have caused. He regrets the incident. His holiness often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way, even in public and before cameras.
I'm looking for
his apology comes after a video of the exchange, which took place during an event in the hillside city of, however you say that, in February. 87.
This was in February?
He's 87.
This did I just hear you say this happened in February?
Yeah.
So how is it just now getting outraged? Took 2 months for people to be like, I feel like I've thought about it for 60 days. And yeah, now I think that was inappropriate.
Yeah, well, he probably got called out for it, and that was the part that was inappropriate. Scroll down a little bit further. So even in the Tibetan culture, this is not acceptable. So this wasn't like something that we were thinking. That's what it says right there. Highlight that part, Jeff, where it says some news.
Like, this could have been a cultural thing that we weren't aware of. Which, by the way, somebody tried to say that. Yeah, that it's a cultural thing. Like sticking your tongue out is a cultural.
Yes, that's what it says. Some news refers to Tibetan culture about showing tongue, but this video is certainly not about any cultural expression. And even if it is, such cultural expressions are not acceptable. So he was doing weird shit. Ladies and gentlemen, he was doing weird shit.
Right here.
Weird
on Rasta Boss, we have debunked it.
Yeah, debunked. Weird shit.
Hey.
I didn't make the rules.
What's up, Sarah and Jam?
Finish him.
That's when the Dalai Lama is supposed to go out onto the thing that opens up to a shark tank, and then I from the stage go,
finish him.
And then it opens up and the sharks just eat him.
Oh my gosh, there's so much content here.
What's up, everybody? What's up, Sarah?
Okay, on the count of 3, I'm going to do my best impression of the MMA fighter. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
This is the wrong button. I pushed the wrong button. All right, one more time.
This is my best impression of the MMA fighter. 1, 2, 3.
Finish him.
Yeah, dude, that the fighter Fallon Fox was like,
you like that? You like that?
All the girls on the sidelines are like, oh my God, we're gonna die. She broke 2 skulls now. 2 skulls.
I know. She didn't take her hormones today. Her voice isn't getting raised. What are you talking about, bitch?
This is what it's like when I take my hormones. It's so much different, as you can tell.
Ross, I like all the fun things you have on your microphone.
I know. Don't you like this?
Will you send me a link so I can buy it?
I will teach you the ways. Don't
I think
worry.
I want to be an influencer for a living now.
Well, with our help, you can be anything you want.
When I grow up, I want to be Rasta Boss.
Well, you have to eat a lot more food. That's part
hormones.
1. Yep. And you've got to take a lot of testosterone, and you've got to do some weird things, according to them, with the downstairs. So somebody's asking for the blue wig. I don't have the blue wig with me. It's downstairs, but Jam Junction, I appreciate the question, bro. I'll bring a purple wig out later in a matter of time. Moving on to the next subject. Bud Light, $4 billion. They're down $4 billion from 132 million market cap in March. They're down to 128, maybe even lower at this point. Jeff, can you pull that up for me if you don't mind? And guys, make sure you smash the like button right now and smash the subscribe button. Everybody clap your hands.
I feel like when you say smash, though, you have to do the smash. Smash the like button.
Hulk.
Smash the like button.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, man, I'm going to have so much fun. I'm going to be up all night after I buy this being like, Patriot Barbie here.
Yeah, we're going to get your cameras going. We're going to get your mic badass. We're going to get everything. It's going to be great.
That's it. It's official. All right. I'm excited. I am so excited and joyful that Bud Light is losing money.
Me too, man. Me too. And they try to act, and the lefties are trying to act like they're not losing money. The thing is this. When they show those videos of the reps that are like, yeah, I'm losing all commissions that I normally make right now. Like, you can't lie to me. You can't. Those guys are saying it.
Yep.
Because they're mad at Bud Light for doing that.
Yeah, you feel bad for them, but it's like, you know what? This is what it takes is someone doing something so stupid like this.
Yep.
And then seeing the repercussions, and now everybody paying for it, and then going, okay, we definitely went broke because we went woke. Like, never again.
Yeah. Yeah. I always say this, but I think that what's happened is they've been promised a seat at the future tense table. Like the people that are attempting to destroy the world now essentially are going, hey, listen, we want you're going to have to betray your customers in some specific ways. But if you do, we promise that your company will have a seat at the new World Coordination Center, and we'll have you be a primary distributor of beer in that setting. Because there's no way that you could get all of these different companies that have gone woke and then gone broke to essentially just be cool with that unless they were promised something. So they're either getting paid now, or what I've seen is the ESG market index thing, your Equidex, they call it something where it's supposed to be, are you participating are you participating in the global expectation from the new ESG standards, which is the environment or social governance standards?
Boo.
Yeah. Boo.
Could you imagine making it all the way to the World Economic Forum, whatever, being like, I made it, I'm here, I sold my soul. Wait, you only have Bud Light? Like, it's literally the nastiest beer pretty much on the market.
I don't even like beer.
Now it's really nasty. But,
I bought a different beer the other day just to shit on them. I don't even like beer though, but I did the other day just so I could watch Bud Light not make a sale.
I think it would be hilarious to go into a grocery store and load up like pallets of every single beer except for Bud Light and sell out of all the beer in the entire store. If I had a lot of money, I'd do that. Buy every single beer except for Bud Light. Just to make a point.
The problem is, well, Travis Tritt actually was saying this the other day. I don't know if you guys saw that. Oh, sorry, you got the article already up. So what does this say here? Let me read this. Hang on. The stock is dropped. Wow, look at that. 1.76%. That's not a small thing, dude. Because you're not going to be able to just
billions. When you're talking billions.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to just make that money up,
Didn't they fire their VP of marketing too? It was a chick of all the.
Did they fire her?
That's what I keep hearing, but you never know on the internet. Did they really?
Oh, this is from Fox. Bud Light suffers bloodbath as longtime loyal customers revolt against transgender campaign.
Yeah.
In Bud Light's effort to be inclusive, they excluded almost everybody else. That's right, because they basically sent her a 365 can saying that, like, you've been a woman for a whole year. It's like, no, you haven't.
So you just pissed off men who want to date real women. You just pissed off women who want to be respected. You pissed off Christians who refuse to acknowledge and appropriate this crap. What else?
You pissed off like the whole South and everybody that drinks Bud Light. Like, who do you think drinks Bud Light? Like, the guy's getting on his lawnmower right now. That's the guy that is going to buy your product. And you're like, should we endorse the transgender movement as a whole as Bud Light? Bro, the answer's a red hot no.
I don't understand. Like, okay, there is 0.1% of the entire US is transgender, allegedly, which I don't believe in the term transgender, but you have to know that statistic when you say, let's come out with a transgender on a can. You're appealing to 0.1% of the population.
Yeah.
Is it worth losing everybody else to have those 0.1 people be like, well, we went out and bought Bud Light because you're so inclusive? They didn't go buy Bud Light.
It can't. It can't. No. It can't. Because so that's why I'm saying they either had to be promised a seat at a future table or they had to be paid to do it, because it was not a wise marketing decision.
No. Or the VP of marketing of Bud Light really hates Bud Light. She's been sexually harassed or something, and she's been told she can't make a lawsuit. So she's like, oh, I'll get you. We're going to be inclusive this month. And then she destroyed the company with one commercial. Hey.
Did you see
you were a bitter chick.
Yeah, I guess a woman scorned. Right? Hell hath no fury, like
That's
a woman scorned. You should have given her the promotion, Bill.
That's
you
right.
should have given her the promotion.
All you had to do was let her wear the skirt that she wanted to wear. No, you had to reach your knees.
Yeah, she's like at the board meeting. She's like,
well, well. That didn't turn out so good, did it, Bill? It's interesting because you promoted Jason instead of me last week, and I think we're going to make some different decisions moving forward, and if you don't like that, I suppose we're going to have a couple more of these equity campaigns. Do you
Hold on
think
a
that's
second.
in our best interest?
Hello, Dylan. Yes, I have an opportunity for you. I don't have a cool voice changer, so I have to make mine. Yeah, so I slept with Steve. Didn't get me anywhere. You ready? It's your turn. Now's your time, bro. I mean, girl. Sorry, I misgendered you.
I wonder if they'll have. Well, I don't know what they could have to kind of bring back the mask. Like, do you remember the Gillette commercials from 10 years ago where it was like a man and his son shaving and they went out to go chop wood and stuff like that? It was like old school, like, and then in the last 2 or 3 years, they did something super woke and they lost a lot of money too.
Ooh, I don't know.
Because they were a razor company. And then I think that's how, because remember this dude, Jeremy's Chocolate and all that, the dude who runs Daily Wire, he keeps waiting for them to do stupid things like that. And then he makes a product instead of them. And then everybody from the conservative camp just switches over to it. I mean, the guy's a genius.
I was so pissed. I'm like, why don't I have $2 million so I could just come up with Patriot Barbie chocolate and like, boom, he got on a jet, went and filmed content, launched it on Instagram, sold out overnight in pre-orders. Like, man, this guy's on it. Who else can we predict might go woke?
Yeah. All I need is the millions of dollars after that. And then I'm good. I'm totally good. I'm ready.
Oh, so they took on toxic. I'm trying to look it up. We believe the best men can be razors commercial takes on toxic masculinity. So they created an ad in response to the Me Too movement. Oh,
yeah.
Come on.
Which, speaking of the Me Too movement, that was when men were hurting women in various different ways. Mm-hmm. And then women came out about that fact that they were being harmed in various different ways. And then they were supported. Let's talk about the Riley Gaines situation, which is an absolute contrast to that. Do we have these videos of her being assaulted first, and then we can show the crowd afterwards? Jeff, if you want to pull those up, you might have to push the video to be back on again. Yeah, not this one, but the other video of her being like yelled at or whatever first, and then we'll show this one in a sec.
I spoke to Riley the day after this happened. I went on a show with her, with Kelly Walker.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. She's in good spirits, man. That girl took it from a dude. She got assaulted by a dude.
She got punched by a dude?
Yeah, it's a dude. It's a tranny.
Is there a video of this? Of the punch? Because I didn't find it.
I have not seen one, but she is saying it was a man. It was a man dressed as a woman. So I'm just curious why there have been no arrests, right? Yeah. If you were to walk up on the street and punch me, Ross, you'd be immediately arrested.
Yep, I would be immediately arrested. And if a male saw it who was a traditional toxic male, he'd probably punch me in the face.
Right.
However,
afterwards. Perhaps if you had your blue wig on and you used your little voice changer, she called me a tranny, then you'd get away with it.
You guys have no idea how freaking hard it is to wake up every single day and not know which body I'm in, and so I have to freaking fight every day, and then I come here and I whip my penis out in the locker room, and they demonize me, and they act like I don't have any kind of right to be in there, but yes, I am still turned on by females. That's why it's stiff, but what does that have to even do? I'm not answering any more questions.
I can't buy this soon enough.
God.
I cannot buy this soon enough.
Yeah,
hey,
it's amazing.
It shouldn't be funny though. That's actually
no, it's not. It's not funny. But I have to make jokes about it, or else I'm gonna have to go on like a spree of doing political speeches everywhere.
Dude, it has to be funny, or we're gonna split our throats. But the fact that that's truly what they believe is insane.
It is truly what they believe.
I'm not doing anything
if you tell them that's crazy, the police show up like they did to you, and they go, yeah, you're not allowed in the gym anymore unless you're actually going to the gym because this is an awkward, whatever.
Why else would I go to the gym?
Right. I'm just here to look at people. Although I'm not gonna lie. Listen, Lindsay, when I go to the gym, I love Jesus to death. Okay, and when I got married, I was like, I genuinely don't consider. I really don't consider other women anymore. Like if I see a really pretty girl, go, wow, she's really pretty, and then I'm done, right? But at the gym, it's like they're hunting for men to gawk over them. It's like they can't get clothes small enough.
I know.
And here I am just trying to do my workouts. And then all of a sudden, a girl just right in front of me.
I'm going to do squats in my tight white see-through shorts.
And here I am just trying to be a good boy. Looking up at the Lord. Lord, deliver me out of Babylon. And anyway, yeah. So did you know the average bodies nowadays that a 21-year-old female has? Bodies meaning the amount of people that they've had sex with. Guess.
Oh, yes. Body count. Ooh, count. Ooh, guess. Oh, man.
Average 21-year-old today.
I'm going to lean towards skanky. So I'm going to say 20.
Yes. It's like 15.
Oh my gosh.
15 to 20.
So you think about that. That's between the age of whenever they started,
14,
which sometimes 14. Can be 14.
It's 14.
So 14, 20. That's a couple a year. Boom. Every 6 months turnover. So sad.
Bro.
I was at the playground yesterday with my 9, 6, and 3-year-old. My 6-year-old daughter was chatting up this other girl. She looked very young for her age, but I found out later she's 12. She came up to me and did a knock knock joke. This is how it went. Knock knock. Who's there? What was it? Dawn. I'm totally spoiling the joke. It was something Dawn up. Dawn who? Dawn up. What? I'm like, what? What does that mean? And I don't even know the joke.
You farted out this joke. Start it over.
Dawn. And I was like, she's like making out. And I'm like, how old are you? She's talking about making out. And she's doing this whole thing like, we're making out. I'm like, get away from my kid. You're a bad influence.
You just you load your little tranquilizer dart, and you're like,
I can't believe you just loaded the tranquilizer dart like this. That was just as inappropriate as
the Dalai Lama.
Let's load our tranquilizer guns.
I just meant like you're putting it in the tube, and then African drive-by, they say.
It's Arizona. It must be hot. She must have passed out. Poor little thing. 911.
Oh, no. Nope. Congratulations. There you go.
Not cool.
Yeah. So now here's the thing about this picture. Scroll down just a little bit, Jeff, so we can get a full branded photo.
Oh, yes. Please, Jeff. Let me see all of it.
Yeah, I got to see.
Is it going to fit on the screen?
Thing. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to fit on the screen. So here's the deal. I'll say this, okay? The most attractive part of this is the hair. Let's be honest. And here's the deal about the hair. It's probably not hers. So if you remove the hair, Jeff, if you were a whiz, I would tell you to just, do that real quick. Just get that hair out of there so we could just see what it looks like and remove the makeup. We'd be looking at a bro.
Okay, that's my question more than anything. Is this an actual male person?
I don't think so.
Oh.
That's Lizzo. What's the song? Come on.
I don't listen to that crap. I listen
Lizzo's?
to worship music.
I know, but there's a song. In a minute, I'ma need a sentimental reason to pump you up. Feeling fussy, but then missing, but nussy, yussy. That song, whatever. You've heard the thing somewhere. That's her. That's her song. Now, what I know about the media entertainment world is that that's not really her song. Somebody else had her jump onto that song, and they were like, we need a chick that meets all of our whatevers. Everybody's sick of Cardi B and Nicki Minaj because they're talking back. Speaking of which, Cardi B even called out the Dalai Lama for that whole thing. She was like, this is sick. Y'all are sick people.
Oh my gosh. It's like, I want to be proud of her. Yay. Thanks for speaking up. But then I'm like, you literally write songs called WAP. Isn't that her? Isn't she the WAP song?
Yeah.
What do you think's going to happen when you keep treating women and yourself and little girls like sexual objects? Why are we surprised that people are treating kids like sexual objects?
Yeah, it's not. I guess the truth of the matter is, I guess if you think of it like a Christian's supposed to, it's going to get a lot worse, I suppose. Mm-hmm. But it's not less shocking, even though you're supposed to kind of expect it. But right. So do we have that Riley Gaines video ready with audio this time, Jeff? Since you've got that thing sorted out, that we can throw that up there with when they're delineating what to do with her.
Okay. Tell her to pay us. Tell her to pay us, and then she could go. $10 each. Because you might get paid for this shit, so we could get paid for it too.
Oh my gosh.
Campus that we attend.
So what's the end goal here? We're cooperating, so what's next?
So they need to do their job and get it right. We created a path. It's here.
I can't speak to all of you when we're over talking to each other. We're not going to hear each other.
Don't let her hold. They know. You don't have to use. There's a difference.
So what we want to do is maintain what we're doing right now, and as the speaker insists, we can continue our peaceful and
make her lose her flight
and move forward. Okay.
Tell her to pay us. Tell her to pay us, and then she could go. $10 each. Because you might get paid for this shit, so we could get paid for it too.
On the public campus that we attend.
All right. Crazy.
That's insane.
Freaking crazy. Tell her to pay us. Now, she was in that bathroom back there on the left where the cops were. She's literally in that bathroom or that room or whatever. She's in there because the mob was coming after her. They're discussing in the United States of America what she's going to have to do in order for them to let her go. Bro, if me and 8 of my boys were there, this would have been over, dude. And that's why we need regular men back in this country. You don't get to you don't physically get to harm people like this because they're attempting to say that men are harming women. And look, she was Leah Thomas's part, you know, she was on the same team as her, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was her swimming mate. Yeah,
so Leah Thomas still likes girls, still has ding dong. Yep. Ding dong just comes slinging in the locker room, you know what I'm saying? And she just dominates everybody too. Yo, the rotator cuffs on Leah Thomas are still male. You got the freaking Terminator swimming against you in the damn competitions.
Her wingspan, her arm length, her stride is bigger, longer. Either way, even if she didn't win, the idea that Riley Gaines says, hey, forget the competition alone, which is actually more, she's spoken more out about how uncomfortable it is in the locker room because Leah Thomas still has a male's body. She's spoken up more about that than anything else. How is it that this mob thinks you don't have a right to be offended? If I want to show you my wiener, I will. Like, everyone's rights are obsolete except for theirs.
Right. It's like that Family Guy clip. Family Guy, it's a trans person at the bar.
Yeah.
And she's like watching porn at the bar. Or watching corn at the bar. You might have to edit that, Jeff. Timestamp 35 minutes. She's watching corn at the bar, and the bartender comes up and goes, excuse me, you can't watch corn at the bar. And she goes, it's okay, I'm trans. And he goes, oh, okay. Then in that case, do whatever you want all the time.
It's so freaking true.
It's so true, man. You can do
I have
anything.
to say, too, I have to say this. This is funnier to me than anything else. $10. That guy's like, she could pay us $10. $10? That's what you're willing to sell your entire movement for? $10.
Hey, it's cheaper than reparations, man. Give it to him. Give it to him. Like,
I think that's the weirdest thing. Like, if I was going to hold someone hostage and if I was going to go away because I didn't really believe in what I was standing for, I would at least ask for $100. He's like, $10, I'll go away. You sold your soul for $10.
For $10,
you're not really
bro.
Trans.
The movement shuns you.
Yeah.
Did you see the most recent guy in California coming up talking about the most recent dude in California came up talking about because they had a proposal that black descendants of slaves or black people were going to get 5.4 million. And he was like, no, it needs to be 7.6 million. We really should do more. And it's just like, bro, like, come on. California never even allowed slaves. California never had slaves, dude.
Oh my gosh.
But somehow, anyway, last story of the day. Megan Rapinoe and her response to all this. Pull this up, Jeff. Megan Rapinoe's story. She's basically saying we should embrace this, the whole 9 yards. It's good. It's healthy. Athlete ally. Let's see. Ann Sue Bird and Becky Sauerbrand were among the 40 professional Olympics and Paralympic athletes who co-signed a letter to the House lawmakers in opposition to the protection of girls and women in sports. Let's see, sent the letter. Let's see. We believe that gender equity Notice it doesn't say equality. Gender equity in sports is critical, which is why we urge policymakers to turn their attention and effort to the causes women athletes have been fighting for decades, including equal pay, and to end abuse and mistreatment and uneven implementation of Title IX and the lack of access and equity for girls of color and girls with disability, to name only a few. Our deepest hope is that transgender intersex kids will have to feel that will never have to feel the isolation, exclusion, and otherwise the HR, whatever. So I want you to pull this other article up real quick, okay? The other one that I put at the bottom of Discord, Jeff. Pull this up. So this is the FC Dallas, the football club Dallas, under 15-year-old boys squad who beat the U.S. women's national team in a scrimmage.
That tells you everything you need to know.
Where's the equity, bro? You let these 15-year-old and younger boys into the club and they're going to dominate us. And you're talking about who's going to get picked on, bro? Them. The women lose in this scenario. The younger than 15-year-old boys beat the national champions, bro. What do you do with that?
Did you know that Megan Rapinoe is retired too? She's got an opinion on something that's never going to affect her. Never. I would love someone, this is what needs to happen, is someone that these people love need to suffer. Megan Rapinoe, let's say her baby cousin decides she's going to be a soccer player like her auntie, goes and trains her whole life, pays all this money, makes sacrifices, and becomes a champion female soccer player, and doesn't get picked to be on the team because a man proposing as a woman gets picked. That's what needs to happen before she goes, okay, well, now I'm mad because it affected my family, my life.
Oh, that's not fair. That's my cousin Nancy. She was actually supposed to get the bronze, and because that trans person was first place and now she's fifth, she doesn't get anything, including scholarships. Well, hang on. Let's read some chat here. We got some comments coming in, everybody. Let's read some chats.
What's up?
Let me pull this up. Chat. John. What up, John?
Jammy Jam is pretty active. Got lots to say. Jam.
UFC has joined the fight. Yeah, Fallon Fox, man. Fallon Fox went off. She busted 2 women's skulls, man. That's like, could you imagine you're a father?
You mean he, right?
Yes, he. It's so hard to keep up with all of it.
He busted. It's a struggle. They're confusing us. Satan is the author of confusion. It's confusing. Is he the same guy? You guys like that?
Yeah.
Is that awesome? Is that the same guy, right?
You like that? You like that?
Let's go get pedicures, girls.
Oh, you can pull that up, Jeff. Pull it up. Pull that UFC video up. Watch this.
It pisses me. It really pisses me off. We got to watch it, but it's pissing me off. We're not pissed enough, actually. Like these are women that could be killed by men. This would be illegal in any other situation.
Yeah, just one knee to the face, and then it was just kind of over.
Dude, look at her face, by the way. Like she's like it's all more good. More than she's physically injured. She's emotionally injured. Like a man just abused her. There's going to be emotional issues for her because everyone stood around and watched it happen. And Ross, you can't speak on this because guess what? You're not a girl. But I have been in an abusive relationship. And to be beat down by a man like that and know that everyone in the stadium knew he was a man, rules or no rules, we talk about toxic masculinity. All the men in that stadium, the ref, the judges, the coaches, they all stood by and let him do that to her. Do you know what that feels like for a woman? They paid money to go watch a man beat her. She's devastated. She's unprotected.
I bet that people close to her inside when they turned all their phones off so CIA couldn't hear them and they put it away somewhere, they were just like, Tiffany, that shit was not fair. I watched you train every single day for 8 freaking months before this fight, and that shit was not fair. Did you see the size of her quads? Somehow they're twice the size of every other female. You know, like why was a rotator cuff 3 times your size? Like you work out more than Fallon Fox does.
How did he punch you so hard? He couldn't have punched that hard. He's only been an MMA fighter for a year.
Right, for a week. He just joined yesterday. How did he beat everybody? Oh my God! But did you see what's his name? There was a male who was a trainer. He was a coach to women weightlifters, and he got really frustrated by the rules. So he became a woman 1 week before the event, crushed the event because his girl he was training couldn't win, and then switched back to being a man or whatever. Dude. And was just like, screw you guys. You know, this whole thing's stupid. And you know, it just goes to show, man, if we don't say something now, we're not going to have a chance to say something later.
That's right. We need the women. We need these women to stop competing. Just say, no, I forfeit. I'd rather forfeit than risk my life. I mean, they just need to stop doing it. The beauty pageants, the soccer, the swim teams, all of it. Just nope. If there's a man, I'm not doing it.
Yep, that's what they all need to do. That way, it's just like there was a school, a Christian school recently that did that, didn't they? They were like, we're not going to compete against that. That's not fair.
Yep. Oh, and they got, of course, annihilated in the media.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
But you know who didn't get annihilated? The daughters at the school.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nobody had their face pounded in by a spike by a dude.
Well, so Lindsey, I'll let you have last say, and then we can end it. But
what do I want to say? This is good. This is juicy.
Yeah.
Ooh. No, I have nothing.
As a woman who's watching the direction of the country, what are your thoughts on this?
My thoughts are: speak up, women. Speak up. We are strong. We are bold. We are loud. We have a lot to fight for. It's not us. It's our daughters. So you better take every opportunity you can to make a change and say what needs to be said without fear.
Absolutely.
Please.
Well, Lindsey, thanks for coming on. It's been a fun show, everybody. We'll keep it short and sweet.
Real fun.
Tina will be back next week, in case you guys missed Tina the Cuban. That's the normal co-host, Tina the Cuban, and she's having family in town, but we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Thanks for having me, Ross.
These. Heck yeah, girl.
Thanks.
Excited to work with you. We're getting involved. I like it.
That's right.
And much love, everybody. You guys have a great day. Stay true, stay American, and remember to not do anything the government tells you to do, because they told you to eat Lucky Charms instead of eggs and meat recently, and that was weird. So it's getting worse. Bye.